guys, it's Dusty from My Canine Guardian. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We have had a super busy beginning of the week. Taking a lot of dogs back home, or a lot of dogs going back home from board and train, so I thought I would make a quick video on commands. Of course, there are tons of videos that you can just find the commands, translated from English to German easily. You can look up that easily. But this is basically more so for our clients that have boarded and trained with us, and they're getting their dog back, and they're like, okay, how does she say this, or how do they do this? So this is basically for them, but of course you can use it too if you don't board and train with us, or for somebody who is getting a dog from us, and they're trying to do everything as familiar as possible for that dog. So, first thing is sits. Sits. Very simple, very easy. And we also do German, guys. I don't know if I said that or not. We do German commands with pretty much all of our dogs. Unless your dog comes to us and really does extremely well with the commands they already have, we will probably switch them to German, because if they are used to ignoring commands when they feel like it, we would much rather just put a new word on it and new actions and stuff like that, and just start fresh with the dog. So yeah, first one, sits. S-I-T-Z, sits. Very simple, very easy. Next one, down, Platz, P-L-A-T-Z, Platz. So, down, Platz, sits. And whenever we say these commands, we say them in a different tone. And it's not so much like Platz, it's not like that. It's Platz, Platz. It's fun. We want to do this, you're not in trouble. We're working, and it's fun. So we're not saying the commands in a very disciplined way. We're saying it more so, Platz, sits, here. It's fun for the dog to do. So Platz, sits, come is here, and it's high pitched. You want your commands to stand out from your regular speaking. If you're talking to your husband, if you're talking to your kid, if you're talking to your mom, you want your dog to hear a different pitch in you when you are telling your dog something. Because we as humans, we are very vocal, and we are talking all the time. The dogs, not so much. So, what they hear is a bunch of blah, 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 blah. They don't hear what you're actually saying. So it really helps if you change your pitch for whenever you're giving your dog commands and you want your dog to understand them. So, sits, Platz, here. We use a raised bed, and we used to say place, but we had a lot of dogs that would get confused between place and Platz. They just get super excited, and they go down to Platz whenever I said place, and so I'm like, we'll just switch it to climb. And so now we use climb. So the climb is whenever you tell your dog to climb, he is supposed to go on your raised dog bed. I'll put the link in this video if you guys need to order one or whatever. You can order what we use. They're fantastic. They're almost non-destructible. So, and if your dog does tear it up or whatever, if it does get torn up, the company will replace it. So they're super great company. Made in America, all that kind of stuff. So, anyways, what was I saying? Beds. So, okay, so when you say climb, your dog's supposed to go to your climb, and he's supposed to stay on it. So you should be able to take this raised bed anywhere in your home or outside your home and put your dog on it, and your dog relax while you're doing whatever you're doing. Your dog is allowed to stand up on the climb, your dog is allowed to turn around, your dog is allowed to lay down, go to sleep, doesn't matter, as long as he stays on the climb, on the raised bed. So, okay, so, and here's, we use free. We use free for when we want to free the dog from any command. We do not use the word stay when we put a dog in anything, a sit or a plots or a climb. We just use free for whenever we want them to be free from any command, or we give them another command. So if your dog is in a sit, your dog is supposed to stay in that sit until you either free him, or you could say plots, and your dog goes down to a down from that sit, and then your dog is not supposed to leave that plots until you give him something else to do, or free him, of course. Free is free. So I know some people use break, but we use free. Let's see here. Sits here, plots, climb. Some of our dogs know spin. Sometimes, it just depends. If you've requested something, then we'll usually, if we can, we'll start on any requests that a client has that they want their dog to know. But, ouse. Ouse is let go. So if your dog has been worked with a ball, or even if your dog is starting protection work and whatnot, we like to teach the dog ouse or out. So it depends on the person or the dog. So again, with that, it's, ouse. It's not ouse. You better let go. Don't do that. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a good thing. So all of our commands should be good. Your tone should mean something. So if you're disappointed in your dog should be able to tell that you're disappointed in them. But it shouldn't be you're disappointed in them every time you're telling them what to do. Have fun training with your dog. Make it a fun time. Don't make it, it's discipline, but it should be fun discipline. It's like, when you first start playing sports, if you guys ever play sports or whatever, it's because it should be fun and whatever. It's fun to play sports and whatever, and then you start getting serious and then it's whatever. But keep it fun. Keep it fun, because that's the best time. And that's when you do the best, really, is when you're enjoying yourself. Maybe, but anyways, it's a whole nother conversation. So I think that's it. I think that's all the commands. Like I said, I'm driving, so I can't go down the list. Just enjoy training, guys. We also use chip, which that has changed throughout the years. But we use that now, and we like it the best as a noise. We used to use the clicker. We used to say yes. We went through all these things, and I really like chip for when the dog has done what you want it to do whenever he's first learning something, or even to continue training. Chip. If your dog has been started on that, then, so let me explain real fast. So that's like you're luring your dog into the sitting position, and you have food in your hand, and your dog sits. And as soon as that dog's butt hits the ground, you chip, or yes, or you have a clicker, whatever it is. We do chip, and that means, guess what? Food is coming, or a reward is coming, something good is coming. That is what it means to your dog. So you chip, and then you release your food to the dog, or ball, or whatever it is that your dog is working on. whatever your dog has been started on, what noise will release endorphins for the dog, and it just makes it very happy, very to continue training. It's good. So use a noise. Again, this video is mostly for people who have gotten dogs from our board and train. Use the noise, guys. I know it's whatever, but be high pitched. You're gonna get the best out of your dog that way, and that's the best way to do it. So it's not girly, it's not whatever. You don't have a girly dog, it's all good. So yeah, be exciting, be fun for your dog. But be serious when you need to be serious. When your dog is acting a fool, let them know that is not okay, and that you are very serious about that. So if you guys can learn to control your emotions, your happiness and your sternness and whatnot, then that's what's great for the dogs. Words don't mean as much to them. Words they learn last. So all this command stuff, I can get a grown dog in here from Europe, and them know all the commands, but they may just give me the finger whenever I get them in. They may just be like, I'm not gonna listen to you, and to maybe a normal person, they might be like, oh, they don't know anything. They're not listening to me, so they don't know anything. And it's not really the case. It's just the dog testing you and whatnot, which, guys, when you get your boarders back, they are going to test you. So just because they know their stuff doesn't mean that they're not going to test, and doesn't mean that they're not going to go backwards. So, they go home and they really get used to living a certain way, and they're like, oh, some of them, and it varies on dogs, and how old your dog is, that also matters too. But some of them will go home and go totally backwards, and then some of them go home and they're like, okay, this is what we do. It really depends on the temperament of the dog and the age sometimes. So some of you guys really are going to have to be stern with your dog to let them know, hey, we have boundaries now, and and then others you're always going to have to be stern sometimes. So, but you just need to let your dogs know, okay, this is what is expected of you now. Things don't go totally back to normal because we have different expectations now, and it just varies on all the different dogs. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Of course, to all my boarders and trainers and whatnot, you can reach out to me anytime if you're having any trouble. But yeah, try to enjoy your dog and try to enjoy training. Put the food in between your fingers. Don't hold it like this. Big mistake for everybody. Huge mistake. I know it's easier for us, but it's not easier. It will bite you in the long run. Very bad. But yeah, okay. Hit like, subscribe. Thanks, guys. This YouTube thing has been very interesting, so we will keep going. So, okay, bye.